Hello there, as I'm alone at home at the moment, I still have a few minutes left to make a commented video, and I decided to make a video that was on my to-do list for a long time, that is how to build a base on a rock. And I mean on a rock, I mean above a rock, not inside of rocks, alright? And I can understand the struggle that some of you have to build a base above rocks, so you probably will need to watch a tutorial or something. Even after all the hours spent on this game building bases and all that stuff, I still struggle a little bit sometimes to choose the perfect rock and to build perfectly above a rock. It's not easy, so the hardest part is really to find the perfect rock for you to settle your base at. And there are many rocks around the map. And not only that, but also the resources you will need, especially for building ownership stakes. And this is why, because after you choose your rock, you will need to check the surrounding area. So you may find some obstacles and you want to avoid those obstacles, but well, it's not really easy to avoid them, because some of those obstacles are actually in other rocks. I consider other rocks close to rocks obstacles. And why? Because if I build over there, anyone can build here and try to shoot me through their base to mine if I have a base with windows, for example, or a flat rooftop where I'm above, and someone will try to grief you and just bother you by trying to attack you from their base to yours, or even try to build a raid tower to go up to your base and get in, or even some kind of bridge so they can cross from one rock to your rock, and that's quite annoying. So this is probably not one of the best rocks to build in because of the amount of rocks around. But if you actually like this rock and you still want to have your base protected without intruders around, well, I have the solution for you. Just make sure you keep this in mind. Just because you have a base above a rock, it doesn't mean it's more protected than a base that is built on the ground, alright? Especially because, yeah, of the obstacles, and also because of the way you will have to build on a rock. You are way more limited on a rock than you are on the ground, so you don't have much space as you have on the ground to build at, and you will need to try different designs to build a base on a rock, alright? So let's start with the first things you have to do is to craft at least between 1 and 4 ownership stakes, but for now just 1. And you want to check the building areas around the rock you want, and probably, well, this rock let me do this thing here, so I'm gonna just put here a 1 by 1, you know, just a little base like this, for example. Okay, and you can actually build a small base around here as well if you prefer. Just don't build it like really far from the rock, because you will use it to go up there, alright? So I'm gonna build this one quickly. Okay, imagine that there's the door here. I'm not gonna place the door, I just wanna hurry up with this. Make sure you cover these holes except for one. Well, there are more ways of going upstairs, and I'm gonna show you in a bit, but this is the most simple way and probably the faster one. And be aware of the materials you will need to use. You may wanna have a hatch here later or something like that, okay? And then put a wall and another ladder and all the way up there. So the taller the rock is, the more materials you will need to use, of course, that makes sense. And make sure you cover up this side, because anyone with any trick, they can try to go upstairs as well, so this will protect your place from intruders. Yeah, maybe here and then here away, and then cover up that place with a few more walls, and here floors, and that's up to your taste, alright, and your needs. So we are up here, and make sure you keep holding your hammer, and don't forget to put on there a stake. Okay, I forgot to put an ownership stake on my little base, but don't do that huge mistake. That's a rookie mistake. Try to study the rock above here. I'm seeing 2 building areas. For being able to claim all this rock area, I need to put here 2 ownership stakes. Well, you can cover them up later. I'm just gonna put them here. It's just an example, so the rest is up to you. And no one will be able to build above this rock, but someone can actually be able to come up to this rock still. I don't really like to build on a rock that has other rocks close unless I claim that area as well, because anyone can build another building there and try to shoot you when you're at your base. For example, if you have windows in your base or something like that, or even try to build a bridge at some point, or even a raid tower, and somehow jump inside your base, and that's quite annoying. But let's solve this issue. So up here it's solved already. And by the way, before going down, make sure you can put a 3rd stake. For example, on this case I cannot, but some rocks have some irregular parts, okay, where we'll reach to a 3rd or a 4th building area where you can place another stake. So the more stakes you can put above here, the better, alright? The rest of the things you have to do is to claim the areas around, so you're gonna need a bunch of ownership stakes. It depends of the place you are at. This is not the best place, I swear it's not, but it's the one that I just kind of managed to put on this tutorial. So here there are 2 more building areas, and this 3rd area belongs to the rock, so you already claimed it. You will need to put the ownership stakes all around, so just make a small 1x1 room or something to put them, right? Or even going upstairs to these rocks and put the stakes above there, so no one will be able to build in and reach your rock. Another way of going up rocks, so this is the easiest way to go up there, but there are other ways to go upstairs. So for example, if you want to go to a lower rock, and from now on you can be able to put or ramps, smaller ones in this case because I'm using small foundations, small floors, these ramps or these stairs. And I advise you to make everything made of wood, because if anyone comes up here and destroys, okay, to pass through, I'm gonna show you in a bit what I want to do. Hold on, I'm sorry. A truss and another, and it's up to you to put a floor under this or not. That's more aesthetics, but you don't remove yet the truss under it if you think if it looks ugly, because actually it does. You wanna put a wall here, so just start to protect everything from the bottom until you reach a higher place. All right. Damn it. A mistake. So you're gonna need a lot of materials for this one. You won't need iron because ladders are the ones that will require iron, but you will need a lot of wooden materials to, just go upstairs to your rock. Just keep doing this, and this is the different way to go upstairs. And then after you place some of these things, you are able to remove the trusses. The trusses actually look ugly. I don't like them, so I just use them really to support in the beginning, then I remove them. And make sure in the middle of the way and in the beginning you put some doors, alright? Because if you don't put doors, anyone can go upstairs. So that's not really smart from you. And make sure you do everything on wood, because anyone can come here with one C4. One C4 is enough to destroy, to blow up this. and they will blow up half of the way, probably. I won't say half, but part of the way, and they may not be able to jump to the next set of stairs, which is smart from you. Okay, this is another way to go upstairs. One last thing I just want to show you quickly. I don't want this video to be longer. It takes a long time to render. Really, it does. If you're struggling, you know, to put some floor up there, that's because mostly rocks don't have, you know, this flat area. Mostly rocks may be irregular, like this one, you see. It has like a slightly, it's not really right, but others are even worse. And on that case, for example, if you are building with concrete foundations, if you want to have everything flat, you don't want to have like one like this or something, but probably the rock will obligate you to have it like that. And for example here and here it will be higher, and you don't want that. Probably you want it like this, but you just can't. That's kind of annoying. But there's also solutions for this. If you don't want, for example, to put some kind of stairs made of concrete when the rock is more taller here than this side, you can always do something. Remove this and put a short wall around here, okay, on these ones, and then you can put a truss and then another truss. You can always build your trusses here. As long as no one is able to pass under your base, that's fine. And then just keep going and you will have a flat floor, and then you can be free to build anything you want. Alright, just make sure you claim all the areas around and you'll be fine. So these are just the basic tips to come up to a rock and how to build on rock and stuff. Make sure you prevent yourself. You bring a bunch of materials, you know, at least for the starting things, and put some small rooms all around the place with stakes as well. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.